Hello, the children of God in the four corners of the earth. IGBALA-IKEHIN have a very important message for the Nigerians, our God-given covenant nations. And the topic simply says, it is high time we stop spiritualizing our responsibility. So the Nigerians, for the purpose of the peace of our nation, we should stop spiritualizing our responsibilities. It is true that every issues of life or challenges of life have its spiritual aspect in form of prayer and other spiritual activities. But at the same time, we need to take action, which is in the aspect of our responsibility as Nigerians. And until we take actions after we must have exercised the spiritual activities aspect of it, then there will be peace in our nation. I know it is the idea of the Antichrist, the corrupt kingdoms, that introduced to the system a way of spiritualizing every activities in the affairs of the nation, in order to encourage people to engage in an act of irresponsibility, because they are not with the spirit of the fear of God. They are satanic agents, the Antichrist, and they enjoy lack of peace. That is where they find their pleasure. There's nothing that concerns them for the success of the nation, inasmuch they are agents of the devil. So they encourage the Nigerians to practice spiritualities in all things, to the extent of neglecting their responsibility, and as well to spiritualize them, so that they will begin to confuse people in the society, even denying the Nigerians to enjoy the peaceful nature which God has made a provision for us. The children of God and the four corners of the earth, especially the Nigerians, we must apply wisdom, because the peace of our covenant nation Nigeria is the peace of all the Nigerians. The peace of Jerusalem is the peace of all the children of God. Like I've said earlier, every situation, everything in the life of a man has its spiritual aspect. So also it has the aspect of action. We must not leave everything in the hands of spirituality. We must allow the spirituality to take its path and allow action to take its path, so that the will of God will be accomplished at the end of the day, and there will be peace. For us not to look as fools and as well as group of irresponsible people as a nation, we must continue to take actions where necessary. So this is my advice to all the Nigerians and all some other nations that may be engaged in such kinds of spiritualities in every aspect of the sector. We must come to realization that spiritualizing all things cannot help us. It is not the way out. We must allow spirituality to have its path, and action or responsibility to also have its path, which is the secret of how we can overcome the counsel of the devil through the kingdom of Antichrist, so that they will not prevail over the affairs of our life in the name of the Almighty. So we must not spiritualize all things, so that we will not become irresponsible people. Irresponsible people are people who neglect their responsibility by giving excuse of spiritualizing things. But responsible people are people who will ensure that their responsibility are carried out at the right time, even when they also engage in spirituality. the wisdom of God will fulfill its purpose in our life as we apply this wisdom in Jesus' name.